All right, Johnny, we got to get to this Crowder stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how Tyrese figured that this would be a good lawsuit. I don't know why he thinks it's a good idea, but we'll check in. We'll check in on old Tyrese later. We got a couple of Crowder things to do. Let's do. Crowder posted something on Twitter yesterday from his Rumble show called Addressing the Rumors. And it's about, again, he's addressing his divorce. But first, we have Crowder with a new parody song from Steven Crowder. Now, we've gone over his parody trailers and his parody songs in the past, and they have ranged from not good to cringe-inducingly shitty. Let's see if this one breaks the mold or it falls somewhere within the range. Without further ado, I give you, Johnny, and our audience, Vaccine, the Cranberries zombie parody song. Now, for the rest of you, hit like and hit subscribe on all of the platforms we're on right now, because I have a feeling after I play this for you, you're going to be mad at me. I have not watched this yet. I saved it to watch with you. We will become miserable together. Steven Crowder and his latest effort, Vaccine, in between rubbing his balls on his employees, allegedly, he also does wacky skits. And here's one. First of all, the motherfucker, he didn't do a parody where you like speed up the song a little bit and you make it 2 minutes. He made a 4-minute and 40-second music parody video and tried to make it look like old-timey MTV. Here we go. Haha, what a funny parody song. It's babies getting injected with needles. That's funny. Cool. Oh. Could you imagine thinking you're this fucking important?
I couldn't.
I mean, you know what makes people that important? Is they don't act like they're that important. That's what makes people cool. That's what makes people influential. That's what makes people take them seriously, is that they don't tell you to do that. But okay, here we go. Crowder's heavy as fuck, and he's going to save the world. Oh my God, start the song.
Yeah, like he's full of himself.
And then everything about him is so gay. He's painted his staff gold, put them in little tunic crotch things, and then he's a golden god too.
Like, we get it. We're talking about the vaccine. We're talking about mandates and other, like, it's not even heavy-handed. It's like someone beating you with the side of a tree going, I'm hitting you with a tree. Yes, we know.
Christ almighty. 50 seconds. I'm not going to be, I can't do this. I thought I was stronger. I'm sorry. I'm not.
It's so bad, dude.
It's so bad. Like, okay, a song parody. Let's go with the Grandmaster, the God, Weird Al Yankovic.
Right.
In a Weird Al Yankovic song, it's line 1, line 2. They rhyme, they're funny. Ha ha. Here's a great example of an opening of a Weird Al song. Your reaction is this. Like, okay, now I'm into the song. I'll listen to the song for a little bit because there's a little titter I just did. And then we'll get to the chorus and be like, oh, that's good. I get it because he's fat. When he goes to the movies, he takes up 7 rows. You know what Crowder's problem with all of his parodies are? He takes himself so seriously. Like, you can tell this guy wanted to be in a band. He's a gay theater kid. He wanted so bad. He wanted to be in all these different industries. They all said no. And he's like, well, I'll fucking show you. And instead of doing a funny parody song, he's like, I'm going to show them how I sing. I'm going to show them how I make points. I'm going to show them how artistic I am with my video design. Steven, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart.
Just say you're gay.
Honest to Christ, man. You're dressing young boys up in golden, damn near naked outfits. Oh.
But then you get people that are just like, man, but he's right though. And it's like that. Even if he's making points, that doesn't mean what he's making is any good.
Right. It just, you're saying words to make it fit the song, but you've forgotten the prime directive, which is make it funny. And he goes on for another 3 minutes. So word economy and brevity being the soul of wit, not exactly Steven's strong suit.
But I'm sure we have a lot more that we're going to cover in these other 3 minutes. We're not just going to sit here and bang on the whole shots and their clots, and you get clots when you get shots because you have myocarditis because it's a vaccine. I'm sure we're not going to just nail the same first verse over and over and over for another.
When I box with an ox, I wear ox boxing gocks. When my socks are in it, oh fuck.
Crampa Bay.
Right. So
are we going to get to a point now, or did we hit? Like, that's the thing. You blew your load and you just kept doing it over and over.
We're at the 2 minute mark. No, because he wanted you to see how he sings. He's such a good singer. Hey, he sounds just like the Cranberries, people. Get it? I remember that song. Oh, Christ. You forgot to do a song parody.
Sudden death among healthy working-age people worldwide is skyrocketing.
She died here at the hospital after she went into cardiac.
Oh, so now it's just going to be clips. So
it's
now
he's going to be clips and stories and things. Again, stuff you can't find without Crowder because nobody knew about this.
That's just it, too. It's like, oh, wow, this is a really edgy song. Questioning the vaccine. Nobody's been doing that for 2 years.
Yeah, glad you waited until your platform wouldn't get stripped from you for doing it to step out with this brave song of yours.
Fucking phony rebel. How does anyone even buy this guy's bullshit anymore?
These are human beings.
Because I represent science.
Creative.
Are you willing to share the data with this committee?
We had to really move at the speed of science.
Now we're back to shots and clots, and that's going to be the end of the song. Holy shit. I don't understand. If you're a fan of him, you need to explain to me what happened. You need to explain to me why this is still something worth watching. You need to explain to me why this is good. Brittany says, I'd rather watch Taryn Manning eating ass than Steven Crowder video. Yes, I agree. Greg Arias says, was a parody of Hey Man, Nice Shot not a gay enough idea? Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many songs we could have done.
But no. That's not the. Let's not pretend that Steven just swung and missed on the song choice. Steven is not
swung and missed by doing it.
Right. Steven is not talented. Steven is not funny. Steven can't do song parodies, but he insists. Keep in mind, guys, this is what happens when you get rid of everyone who tells you something's a shit idea or tells you something's not funny. And, that when you get rid of those people, you get people who will paint themselves gold. Here's a good test of when I would fire someone. Hey, man, I want to paint you gold and almost have your balls out in a music video I'm going to do. And if they say, okay, I fire them immediately. I go, no, you have no balls. You have no backbone. You won't stand up to a dog shit idea. Ugh.
I just feel like you're dropping your dick on people. Like I'm sorry. I'd like to think I work with people strong enough to be like, hey, get your dick off of me.
Yes. Dusty True on Rumble says the ratchet bitch eating ass was at least authentic. It's a great point. So now we go from Dr. Till, by the way. Dr. Till says, that was so bad, I wish the pandemic had been real and killed us all. Yeah, over listening to that song again? Stevie J says, it's about the movement. The movement. Kyle says, he's fighting big tech or something. I don't know. Right. Yeah, what was that exactly? That's what Johnny and I are sitting here wondering. You weren't trying to be funny, I hope. And you didn't make any points.
You just said shit that we've all been saying. And you did it like, aren't I a great bastion of social commentary? No, you're literally just lazy and a no-talent hack. And then
you wanted to show off. You wanted to show off your chest. You wanted people to go, I remember 1994. You wanted to show people you could sing and that you could make a dramatic music video. So you did that for all self-serving reasons and none of the reasons why anyone should do a song parody. All right, let's get to Steven Crowder. At least this time, I don't think he's trying to be funny. He's just doing what he does best, being a melodramatic high school cunt. Let's watch this one. Crowder has been hit with allegations that he's rubbing his wieners on people. He's making his staff sign new NDAs where they won't talk to former employees. He's trying to lock shit down because ROTC's potato thing got to him. And now he's going to try and throw some more blame on his soon-to-be ex-wife. Let's watch Crowder address something that none of us have criticized him for.
The rumor mill's been circulating. I know a lot of you have been asking me questions.
Yeah, like, do you rub your dick on your employees? If this is not addressing that question, I really don't give a shit.
So I'm going to try and address this, I guess, as tactfully as we can. And Gerald, you can just say, shut up. But there have been a lot.
Shut up. Oh, see, it doesn't work when I do it. Shut up. Shut up. Stop. Here's where Gerald, because he's the CEO of Crowder's company. Here's where Gerald should say, shut up. Gerald, I want to talk about my divorce. Shut up. How much money do you really want her to have? Let me know.
It has been brought to my attention that there have been some stories out there circulating.
About your dick. Talk about your dick.
Some old, some new regarding divorce that's been going on. Obviously, I've been going through for a very long time.
Steven Crowder has this weird thing where every time there's embarrassing news about him, he goes, I have an idea. Let's bring up my divorce again. That'll take the heat off me.
It hasn't worked yet, but let's keep trying.
Steven, the only reason you're a laughingstock now, which I'm happy about, I'm happy it happened somehow. I wish it would have been for the Tombstone trailer, but this will work. The only reason you're a laughingstock now is because you wouldn't let Dave Landau make fun of you. If you would have just let Dave Landau make fun of you on these shows and then just, hey, cost of doing business, the guy didn't want to come back, what do you do? If you just would have let him have that moment, it would have been over by now. But you had to bring your fucking divorce up. And then you had to fight with Candace Owens, who you know is way bitchier and blacker than you and is definitely more cut out for this shit than you are. And she is a brutal bitch.
And you are so jealous of the mile of dick she gets to take.
Yeah, she gets to see Ben Shapiro every day. Jealous of that one. I mean, I wouldn't be, but you wanted to be with Benny so bad, but you fucked it up by recording your phone conversations. So this guy just keeps making wrong turn after wrong turn after wrong turn, and he goes, I know how I'm going to fix this wrong turn. Go left again. So here we go.
I've not discussed this, and I want to be very clear. This is under confidentiality from the court, from the judge, and I will honor that, so I won't be discussing that. And I would caution anyone, by the way, on either side, any side, whether you think you're helping me or someone else, just from drawing conclusions on what would necessarily be incomplete information.
I want you all to stop thinking the way I don't want you to think. I would
don't draw any unnecessary conclusions from incomplete information. I'm going to spoon feed you only the information I want.
This guy is like such a sociopath, like narcissist kind of guy. Like the whole guy, like, don't listen to any of them. All right. And then he goes, this is supposed to be under confidentiality. So excuse me while I talk about it, but then I get upset if anyone else talks about it. Oh, what a mentally ill Canadian psycho.
Because of the situation. Now, as it relates to some other rumors, in hit pieces, unrelated to the divorce. So, like a recent hit piece, this is something that, I need to address, that I have ever committed adultery. And I say unrelated to the divorce because the media smear campaign is of an accusation that has never even been alleged, to be clear, in any divorce proceedings.
First of all, you can tell he's panicking because you haven't told us what hit piece it is. We have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You're jumping into, so wait a minute, was there a relationship? Wasn't there? You're just kind of jumping in and throwing 8 things at the wall at once. Just relax, Steven. Take a fucking Adderall.
Being very defensive. I haven't even heard the accusation yet, other than the adultery thing we just finally slipped into.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard your employees say that you rub your balls on them. Would you care to address that one? That's one I've actually heard.
We got accusations a mile long.
Yeah.
Nor allegations of any kind of physical abuse ever. All right?
No, we've just seen the emotional abuse, but continue.
This is a complete falsehood out there in the media from people who are looking to do reputational damage, and we know who's behind it.
The Jews! I'm sorry.
I want to be very clear about this. I have absolutely and unashamedly, respectfully, courted several women well since I was served divorce papers.
I've courted. Are you putting on a gimmick of an 80-year-old man, or are you indeed an 80-year-old man?
I think it's a gimmick.
I've been courting women. Oh, really? Because that's what a guy.
And the women are dudes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's what a guy who's trying to throw our scent off the gay trail would say. Is that he's been courting. Next, he's going to say, and I've even stooped a few of them.
And I've been going through a separation and divorce for well over 2 years. Depending on how you calculate it.
Write the check and be done with it then, you fuck. Write her a year's worth of Mug Club and call it a day.
And each of these, the reason I need to address this is because I'm
a narcissist and I can't let anyone think that I'm anything other than what I want them to think I am. There, I finished it for you.
Control my narrative too hard?
Yeah, there, I finished it for you. Hey, Steven, have you ever heard the tighter you try to squeeze the bar of soap, the more it shoots through your hands? That is a parable that describes your life to a T.
These women are incredible. They've all been incredible, conservative, God-fearing women to the letter, have done nothing wrong.
And by God, he means him. They've been me-fearing people. So when I tell them to fucking watch it, finally a broad who fucking watches it. Could you imagine?
They fed my dog his medicine. They got me a potato.
They wore the gloves and they brought me a potato, and that's important. And they only drive when I say they can. It's nice.
These were not one-night stands. These were meaningful relationships with each woman who is well aware of my situation well after served divorce papers, who do not deserve to have their reputations besmirched, who helped me through what has been the darkest, most difficult.
He always does that too. Anytime he's trying to save his own ass from something, he goes, well, you don't need to besmirch this person. It's like, yeah, nobody besmirched your wife. They thought this poor fucking thing who had to be with you for this long and be treated this way. None of these women, I've never even heard of these allegations, first of all. I think he's just trying to throw his scent off the New York Post story about the employees. But, he always pulls that card of, oh, don't ruin their reputation. It's like, they're not. They're ruining yours. So don't try to.
Their reputations are fine. Yours is the one taking a shit because regardless of whether or not you've moved on with these other women, you look really fucked up right now in terms of how you're coming out about this, how you're talking about. Who gives a shit? So you got some strange. I get it. You left your wife. That was a horrible shit show. And, you just want to, sink your dinky. I get it. Just fucking bust your slump and move on.
Right. You don't need to tell us about it.
Period of my life, and have a fondness in my heart for everyone involved. And by the way, the woman would make fantastic wives, mothers for whoever ends up being their husband someday who finds themselves in.
That's his whole thing. Is he's such a fucking creep. He's like, oh yeah, they'd make wonderful breeders. It's like, do you love
fantastic mothers and wives? I mean, they're not stock animals, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, they're the ones I dated were fit for breeding. Like, do you love anyone, or is everything to you transactional? We know the answer to that. But God, he's just such a melting down fucking puke.
Far more reasonable circumstances. And I want to be clear about this, too. Now, look, I understand that some people out there think you should never date anybody, court anybody, until divorce is finalized. In the case of Gerald.
Nobody thinks that. Like, nobody thinks that's why you're a piece of shit. Nobody believes that for a minute. Divorces can take for fuck ever.
And when someone tries this hard to be like and I do things the right way, the proper way, I'm like, how many skeletons you got in your closet that you're covering up for?
Exactly. Every time we see this guy, he's bringing up another thing that we've never heard of, that he has to get out. He's getting out in front of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I won't say who, but I know somebody who went on for 10 years.
There's currently in Texas, divorce is going on for 8 years. You know, this is well over 2 years.
He's interrupting the guy. Look at how bad he needs to control the messaging and how people see him. He's interrupting his own CEO because he wants to make sure that CEO says exactly what Crowder needs. Gerald, ditch this fucking bimbo. Daily Wire will give you a nice gig. Welcome the open embrace of the beautiful, wonderful Jewess, Ben Shapiro. He'll put a yarmulke on you. It'll cover up some of that male pattern baldness. Not that I have any room to talk. Do they make corner yarmulkes? Do they make corner yarmulkes? Can I maybe fill this in? I'm going to be such a
like
Jew.
Super far forward?
Yeah, I'm going to be such a Jew. I'll wear 2 of them.
All right.
Perfect. Do they make any of them that look like hair? Okay, so now I'm asking for a toupee.
Yeah, pretty much.
A Jew pay. Which never happens. 3-layer Jew joke. All right, continue, Crowder.
Go on forever. I understand that some people have that point of view. I do not. And I think it's important.
Because you're such a moral fucking conservative, right? You fucking fair weather snoot.
To find something real. It's something that I still believe, something that I want, by the way. And
if I have kids with one of these, I might actually even be there when they're born. This next
I want to have something real. It's something I want one day because I'm completely fake and full of shit.
This is also why, especially looking for something real, we are now going to announce the Win a Date with Steven Crowder sweepstakes.
Ew.
Put me in charge, baby. It'll be a Tess Holiday lookalike contest.
So send your resume, and by the way, of course, no pornography. Though tasteful erotica is tolerated.
Nope.
Lizzo's not busy.
To date Steven at louderwithcrowder.com. That's date Steven at louderwith.
Is he real? Oh my God, he's really doing this? So he's trying to make it sound like it's a wacky, funny bit, but he's doing that thing where like, but if you want to. Ew.
Oh, God.
Oh, what a piece of monkey shit this guy is. There's nothing human about him. I'm sorry.
I really, like I said, I want just mail application after mail application to come in.
Dude, nothing but throbbing purple cocks. That's all I want in that inbox is just giant black dicks.
On it.
See, there you go. Steel Toe fans, date Steven at louderwithcrowder.com. You see that at the bottom there? Date Steven at louderwithcrowder.com. I don't know if Steven is interested in giant black penises, but I guess you could find out if you wanted to send them to datesteven at louderwithcrowder.com. Let's check it out. Just see.
Crowder.com. Again, looking for something real, meaningful relationship. As long as you have a BMI that's between anorexic and morbidly obese, between the ages of 26 and 38 years old, if you're okay with a man who's pretty boring outside of work, my only hobbies really include family, food, film, and reading.
And homoerotic.
Yeah, homoerotica, shouting at women, making gay parody songs, whipping my co-host. Do you like a guy who rubs his balls on other dudes? Well, do I have a guy for you?
I like the beach, but not long walks on them. But I make up for this by being tall.
How much are they paying you to laugh at this horse shit?
I like the beach, but not long walks on them.
Get it?
Why was that funny?
Tom Chilstrom could host this show better than Steven Crowder could.
So send your resume and your pictures at date Steven Crowder at louderwithcrowder.com for the win a date with Steven Crowder sweepstakes.
You look so young there.
I know. Well,
wow, imagine that the narcissist went with a younger photo. Fucking weird.
And by the way, I guarantee that's a real email address, and I guarantee he will check that out and troll for chicks on that email address while on his show laughing about it, acting like it's a big joke. Oh, this guy's pathetic. Now I don't even feel like making fun of him. This is just a man who continues to fall.
Best foot forward.
Yeah.
And I will say this, though, and there have been other
Did they just say
pieces and
swing?
smear campaigns. And the only reason I have to address it is because, again, you hate seeing people drawn into something who have done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I have been humbled, and I do have a lot to apologize for. Look, let me be really clear here. I was wrong about a lot.
That's the end of the clip.
Oh.
Imagine that. The narcissist says he's wrong about a lot, but does not go into detail about what he was wrong about. That's very interesting.
Oh,
he's exhausting.
It's just dumb. You're doing a date like it's a funny little joke. Okay, fine. You put together a website and put it on a screen. That means you actually bought the website.
Yeah. Louderwithcrowder.com is his actual website. So
yeah, but I mean, like,
is,
but I mean, you put the thing up on your website. You're doing like it's not just like a hacky little bit. You put way too much effort into this, much like the cranberries thing. Like the payoff isn't worth the effort, and you put so much effort into it. I'm just like, why did you bother? This is where we got. Why did you bother?
Dead Jester says, down at the gay bar, at the gay bar, gay bar, gay bar. Even more says, courting several women. Have you, though? That's what I agree. By courted, he means made them sign very aggressive NDAs about their relationship.
He means like actual court.
Yeah, look, man, the level of narcissism in this guy where he has to get in front of everything, tell you what to believe, warn you not to believe shit on, don't believe shit on incomplete information. Only believe what I tell you because I'm for sure giving you the whole context. This guy.
Well, I mean, he's too busy fighting big tech to lie.
The worse it gets for this guy, the more transparent he becomes. Do you think he made those women do you think he makes women he goes on dates with sign NDAs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee you. That's not even, like, not to defend Crowder, but that's not even an abnormal thing. There's a lot of people in the public performance sphere now where it's like dates and sexual activity. There's literal NDAs that have to exchange because they can't risk someone going, oh, well, I'm going to go out on Twitter and be like, I had a great time, but fuck this guy because now I regret it and it's rape or whatever. So they have to literally cover their ass on a lot of shit. It's weird. But in the case of Crowder, like that NDA that's a devil's deal.
Yeah. Greg Arias says, do you find it hard to hide the fact that you're gay? Just want to be sitting there on a couch going, and we can make a lot of love until the sun goes down. Sky rockets in flight. Boom, boom, boom. Afternoon delight. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. It is very, very good. Oh, they're calling my hairline a reverse Batman mask. Roots, you son of a bitch. Root says Aaron called him a snoot. The hate is real. I was trying to think of an insult and a sound just came out of my mouth. I was so upset.